Hello friends, today let's listen to the story of From Ratnakar to Valmiki. Long ago in a dense forest where sunlight barely touched the ground, there lived a man named Ratnakar. Ratnakar was strong, clever and fearless, but he was feared by everyone. He was a bandit. Travelers who passed through his forest whisper his name nervously. "Don't go near Ratnakar," they warned. He stopped anyone who takes what he wants. Ratnakar did not think he was doing wrong. "I steal," he would say, "because I must feed my family. They depend on me. I do this for them." One evening, as the sun disappeared low and the sky turned gold, a calm sage appeared on the forest path. The sage walked slowly, carrying nothing but a small bundle and a musical instrument. Ratnakar leapt from behind a tree, sword raised. "Stop! Give me everything you have." The sage did not flinch. He looked at Ratnakar with calm eyes and smiled. "I see you are not truly bad. You are just lost," he said. Ratnakar frowned. "Lost? No one calls me lost. They call me dangerous." The sage nodded. "Then go ask your family. Will they share the burden of your deeds?" Ratnakar laughed. "Of course they will. I do everything for them." "Then ask them," the sage said. "I will wait here." Rushing home, Ratnakar confronted his wife. "I robbed travelers to feed you and our children. Will you share the punishment of my actions?" His wife looked at him with wide eyes. "I share the food you bring. But your actions, your choices are your own." He asked his parents. They shook their heads. A son must care for his parents, but each person answered for their own deeds. Ratnakar's heart sank. All this time, he had thought he was acting for others, but the choices, the sins, were his alone. He ran back to the forest. The sage was still there, calm and patient. Ratnakar fell to his feet. "No one will share my wrongs," he whispered. "I have done all this by my own hands." The sage untied himself and smiled. "It is never too late to change, but you must truly wish to." Ratnakar nodded, his mind restless and heavy with guilt. The sage asked him to sit quiet and repeat the names of the divine, Rama. But Ratnakar's thoughts raced like wild monkeys. He could not focus. Frustrated, he muttered the first words that came up to his lips. "Mara, Mara," a sound of fear and destruction. Day after day, Ratnakar sat, chanting quietly, "Mara, Mara." Slowly, the sound softened. Slowly, it transformed naturally into Rama, Rama. With every repetition, his mind grew calmer, his heart settled, his soul lighter. The forest seemed to listen. Birds sang softly. The wind whispered through the leaves. Ratnakar was chanting. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. Still sitting so still, the earth began to rise slightly around him, forming a small mood. But he did not move. He reflected on his deeds, his fear, his anger, and slowly he was reborn. The sage looked at him one day and said, "You are no longer Ratnakar. From this moment on, you are Valmiki." Valmiki bowed deeply. He had transformed from feared bandit into seeker, a man of peace and wisdom. He spent years in meditating and learning, and one day he composed Ramayana, the story of Ram, the tale of courage, love, and dharma, cherishing by people for thousands of years. From a feared bandit in the forest, Ratnakar became Valmiki, a sage whose wisdom and devotion continued to inspire the world, because he learned a powerful truth: no one born bad, but everyone is responsible for their actions, and even the darkest heart can shine with light when it chooses the right path. Sai Hira Bal.